Hey everybody, I am Justin.
And I'm James.
And together we are
Dollarwise Gamers.
Hey Dollarwise Gamers, it's Nick with Nerd Studios. You may remember a few months back when we came on to talk with Justin and James about our game, Gotta Go, the game about making it to the bathroom on time. Well, Gotta Go is now on Kickstarter and we need your help. Just $5 will get you a copy of the game, or if you're so inclined, backing at a higher level can get your name in the credits, or even on a character. So please, go to DireNerdStudios.com, click on the link, and visit our Kickstarter. Check out some of the backer rewards and help us make Gotta Go a reality. Thanks.
Yeah. What is it? Episode 48?
Episode 48.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. We kind of did all our talking already.
I know.
And then we took a little break.
And now it's podcast time.
And we're like,
But people would have heard the Dire Nerd Studios guys at the beginning, Nick.
They would have.
Yeah, so thank you, Nick. Awesome. We'll have a couple of those on. It looks like the game is really starting to take off, really getting some traction under it, so that's pretty awesome.
It's true.
I attribute it, obviously, to them being on our show.
Well, yeah.
I mean, why not?
This is the jumping off point for...
Most indie developers.
Yeah, I mean, most developers.
In general.
Like the John Madden football games. Mm-hmm. I played one once.
Yep.
And those are popular.
Yes. And we both have Steam accounts.
We do, and Steam is really popular.
And very, very popular.
I played Nintendo, which relaunched consoles back in the day.
Yeah, and then we both own Witcher.
We do.
And Witcher is very popular. So, I mean, and that was made by CD Projekt Red, which we are very familiar with.
It's true.
And they wouldn't be where they're at without us, obviously.
We've both played Blizzard and Rockstar Games, which are two of the biggest developers out there.
Yes.
I mean, we're like tied in.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Definitely. 100%.
Yeah.
I hope people understand sarcasm if they watch our show.
Maybe. But what do you mean? That's a weird segue. You just
that is kind of weird.
Another. I don't even know.
I'm sorry.
I hope people know math too, I guess.
Yeah, because we're on episode 48.
Episode 48?
Yeah. What's the math for that one?
1 and 48, 2 and 24, 4 and 12, 6 and 8. There's a lot going on there.
And you did it the way I like it. The outside in.
What? Not entirely.
Well,
that 6 and 8 was a little bit of a different
But
one.
Those were the ones in the middle, sort of.
Yeah.
8 and 3, right? No, that would be 24. It would be
which would be half of
what it needs to be.
That's why 24 and 2 is one of them. And
oh my God!
All right, and I think
anyway,
16 and 3 as well. I missed 16.
Oh,
and 3.
yeah. 16 and 3. There it is.
Sorry, people.
All right.
Almost lost on that
Oh
one.
man, we lost so many for that one. Okay, so I have Twitch streams on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I have streams on Saturdays and Sundays. I don't have the kids this weekend, so this will be after the fact because the podcast comes out on Mondays. But I'm going to be playing a game this weekend, James, called Kentucky Route Zero.
All right.
Which was recommended to me by Levis. I will be playing it with alcohol because he has recommended playing it with alcohol.
Okay.
And it's a very story-driven sort of game.
All right.
So definitely in my wheelhouse. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. Check it out if you're not busy. No, you're working, aren't you? 12.
I am. Yeah, I close and then close.
Oh, well.
Then I'm off 2 days in a row, Monday,
what a
Tuesday.
life.
Hallelujah. Can't wait.
Yep. You can email us at dollarwisegamers@gmail.com. We did get another email this week, so we will talk about that one.
We did.
And we will let you guys know how you can email us. It's very simple. You go to your email and type in dollarwisegamers at gmail.com.
And then type us other things,
Type us other things like, I like your shirt.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
other shirts.
Skies. Like. Gray skies.
Yeah.
Gray skies are going to clear up.
Or tell us how Justin should stop singing during the podcast.
No, I actually...
Or your favorite
all right, there was one
party.
thing that I got out of my contract with Janet, and that was that I could sing during the podcast.
Yeah, literally that is the only thing.
That is the only thing I get out of it.
Yeah.
It is my one moment of happiness.
Yeah. My part of my contract is I need to get you out of that.
Oh.
So I'm obligated to try to stop you from singing.
I was just about to go onto Facebook to check to see what our Facebook likes were because we were on the cusp of 400. We were at 399 the last time I checked.
All right.
But I just realized that I had Facebook sign me out of everything because somebody had tried to sign on to my Facebook from Virginia for some reason.
That wasn't me.
No, I know, but Janet was down there. She was in Virginia. I don't know. She said she wanted to go see our nation's capital. I told her it wasn't in Virginia. It was in...
We are still at 399.
Okay, so you could be that 400th.
You could.
Or you might be, if depending on when you listen to the podcast. But you could come and be our 400th. We are over 200 on Twitter now. So awesome. Thank you very much. Really appreciate all of those things. What have you been doing with your life, James? What have you been playing?
I've been working a lot.
Yeah.
It's been very busy at my job. But I've been playing Diablo 3 still.
Yep. You were playing when I came over.
Actually, yeah, I guess. It's the ladies barbarian.
Okay.
I was playing.
I don't know what you call her or why you would describe her that way, but okay, yes.
You know. But yeah, I got my witch doctor I was telling you earlier, the 70th.
Yep.
Fun. And me and her, she's playing a crusader, I'm playing a wizard, and we are creeping up on 50. Like, we're rocketing towards 50. We're not creeping. We're rocketing towards 50.
Yeah.
We might have already hit 50. We're really close if we haven't. But having a lot of fun with that combination. Because the other ones we have been like solo play, but I just made another Xbox account, and I've just been having a lot of fun with it. I mean, it's a fun game.
Nice.
I really enjoy it. I'm glad that I'm still playing.
Good.
So what do you got? What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? So I played The Long Dark a little bit along with Ark Survival Evolved on a stream on Wednesday.
All right.
Ark Survival Evolved came out recently, a couple of months ago on the Humble Monthly.
Yes.
So you should actually own it.
I do.
But you don't play with me.
No, I don't.
But the Casual Shenanigans, I said this last podcast because I was just listening to that one. They have a server I've been playing on, so I am building a castle. And I'm building that castle without James's help, despite the fact that he has the game and doesn't play with me anymore.
Are you building the castle out of dinosaur poop?
No, out of stone and wood.
So obviously you're not an engineer.
Okay, then. I've been playing
science people.
I've been playing Rocket League, and then I've also been playing Witcher. That's the one thing that I keep forgetting about because Witcher doesn't show up on here because it's a GOG game.
Right.
But I've been playing a lot of Witcher. I'm trying to finish the story and get through it because I really want to like the game, and it's okay. I think my biggest problem right now is that I have a lot of games I really want to play. I don't really have the time to play it, and there are games that are not games I really want to play, but they're co-op, like other people can play it. I like Ark, but it's not like on the top list of what I want to play. However, if other people are going to play it, I will, even if I really want to play a game like Witcher or something, I won't. I'll go play the other one because other people are playing it.
So, Warlock.
Well, is there a bunch of people playing, or is it just you?
Next article.
All right. Anyway, so that's what I've been playing. Yeah. I went to the zoo today with my kids.
Sweet.
That's not playing a game.
Well, you didn't have your kids when you got here. Did you leave them at the zoo?
Did I leave them at the zoo? Oh, wow, that's topical. People and kids and the zoo.
What? Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So we're not going to get into that. That's not this kind of podcast. That was I Think You Think.
Yeah, if you want an I Think You Think moment, we could go an hour on that one.
We could actually probably do that. But anyway, I also went and did our biometrics appointment for our visa.
Nice.
That I'm working on so that we can go go join my wife in the UK. So that's a thing. That's what we worked on today. Let's get into these articles. Let us start with this one here. It's from Kotaku, Kotaku.com. This article is a developer rejects players requesting a Steam key because the player supports LGBT rights.
That's why they rejected it?
That's why the developer rejected giving them a Steam key. The game is called Operation Caucus? No. Caucasus? As in, like, Caucasian?
All right.
I don't know. But anyway, They responded with, when the person requested with it, they responded with, "We're not support LGBT. Please just F you." But they didn't say F you.
They didn't
They
abbreviate, basically.
Yeah. So that is interesting.
What games did this company make?
Well,
so I can never play them?
Operation Caucus is the game that they were asking for. It's first-person shooter.
Is that the only game they make?
Maybe. The developer is called Dream Games. Are you looking them up? Oh no.
I'm actually posting on Facebook. I will look them up though. Now, are you?
Yeah, I'm on it. Dream
I'm
Games.
posting on my Facebook to see if we can get our 400th like while we are.
So we're going to
recording
take.
right
I want to
now.
take a moment here to let you know that it is important to have a good internet presence, right? So that if somebody searches for you on
Is that going to be the best way to format that?
be our 400th like at.
Like just putting the.
Yeah, you can once it's up there, you can delete the URL.
All right.
No, I meant like. Never mind. You've done it. It's done at this point. You're fine.
And
Anyway,
now it's just time to watch.
It's important, James. Right?
I'm listening.
It's important that you have a good presence on the internet, right?
It's true.
So if you do a Google search for Dollarwise gamers,
What am I going to get?
what are you going to get? You're
Let's
going to
check
get.
it out.
You're going to do a Google search. He's doing a Google search right now. The whole point that I'm bringing this up is I tried to do a Google search for Dream Games, the publisher
Yes.
of this game. I can't find anything.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Crown of the Gods. That's
Yep.
our 7th. Thank you for keeping us up at the top there. One with Casual Shenanigans at 9. Yeah, like the first whole page.
The
is
entire
just
whole
us.
page is
Yeah.
us,
I mean,
yes.
that's exactly what you want.
That's exactly what you want. So I did a search for Dream
You
Games.
do have a Tumblr.
We do.
We have pictures too.
We have a Tumblr.
Mystery solved.
Now we know.
We have a Google Plus.
Oh, right. Well, that's because it's linked to our YouTube.
Wow, like the 16th one is the first one that is not us. So
Yeah,
the first
Dollarwise,
15
okay.
results are us.
But we've done some good work to try to do that.
Well, oh, yeah,
we've
definitely.
marketed ourselves to a certain extent. But I tried to find this Dream Games, the developer of Operation Caucus. I think it's Caucasus. I don't know. It's a dumb name, first of all. And I don't know too much about the developers, but if you respond to somebody asking for a Steam key with we're not support LGBT, please just F you, I'm sorry. We like to support developers in general,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it. Go if somebody can find them, send us a link. We'd like to maybe reach out to them,
Yeah,
see if they'd
they're-
like to be on the show
You know,
because we support LGBT rights.
Yes, we do.
100%.
Yeah, and we will never play your game.
Yes, that was great. Anyway, moving on for another little bit of
Hate on the internet,
hate
I guess?
on the internet. Yeah. So this is going to be the hate show. There's a lot of hate
A little bit.
because the No Man's Sky has hate.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Come on, people. Calm down.
Why is the internet full of hate?
It's because it got a little hot out, and people get uncomfortable when it's hot out, man.
Yeah.
They do. People don't
Yeah.
have AC,
Oh yeah.
you know?
It's freezing
Living in
down
the
here.
parents' basement, and mom's like, oh, bring the garbage out. You're like, I'm 36. You know?
I don't need to take out the garbage.
Yeah. I got to work at McDonald's later.
So anyway,
Not like
we-
working at McDonald's is bad.
So anyway, moving on. So we got an article. It's from eTechnics. Okay, this is one you actually found.
yeah, it came up. It was front page on Reddit.
Yeah.
But PayPal refuses to refund a Twitch troll who donated $50,000.
So that's the name of the article.
Right. And they, when you read it, it seems like he donated all this money and then he tried to get PayPal to reverse it all.
Yep.
And, like a month later, like, ha, 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 you had this money, maybe you spent it even, and now I'm taking it all back. Well, we did a little research.
Yeah,
And
actually,
we were hating on this guy.
We were 100%.
We're like, oh, what a douche.
Yep.
And we did a little more research, and we had to use Google Translate because he is from Australia, and I guess he speaks German, because
Okay.
it seemed like it was a German site. Don't know that for sure. But anyways, turns out, from what he has said and what I was able to read, he only collected the money back from one streamer because he found out that person was rich. And obviously, I mean, he's a college student. He's young. and obviously he's got some money, he's rich, but he wanted, like, from what he's claiming in the article that I read after this, he wants to give it to people that more need it. Mm-hmm. You know, he donates to charity, he does this because he enjoys the streams, and he has the money, and he wants to be generous. So it seems like this kid is being villainized. Mm-hmm. You know, he took the money back from the one person who's rich because he's like, you know, there's other people I could give it to, is the impression I was getting. But that article is getting no play.
Yes.
And this one's front page on
Reddit. And
people are like attacking
This was actually so front page that when you sent it to me, I couldn't even get onto the site.
Right, because they were getting so many hits. Mm-hmm. Now you can get to it. And we'll put the link up. And actually, I will send you this other link. You'll have to translate this one if you if you end up looking at it. I got to find it again. Where the heck is it? There it is. So there'll be one that you'll have to translate to be able to read. If you go through these links to read them. But it kind of explains a little more. I mean, it's hard to say, you know, he said, she said, all that. There
does seem to be two different conflicting stories to a certain extent, and they seem to have elements of truth in both of them, like that they both agree on.
Yeah.
That he donated the money, that he did ask for refunds from at least one person.
Right.
And so there's a lot of different things. I know we're a relatively small podcast.
We are.
But I am going to try to reach out to this gentleman, and hopefully, I don't even know if he speaks English. I assume so, because most other parts of the world do. We're the weird ones who are like, everybody else should speak English. Anyway, we're going to reach out to him, and that would be awesome if he could be on the show.
It would.
I'd love to have his perspective on it, because you know what it really comes down to is we like people who do this kind of stuff. If that's really the kind of person he is, those are awesome people. Those are what make humanity great.
And I mean, looking at his Twitter account, like his Twitter account is still active as of yesterday, the day before us recording this podcast.
Which you think wouldn't be the case.
Right. And he's defending himself. He's saying this isn't, you know, like people are not doing any research. They're just, these articles are coming out, and we all know that happens on the internet.
Which we were doing.
We were
100%.
Like we were talking about it. We're like, let's do more research. Like when we were setting up for the podcast, and that's when we found these other articles that are not easy to find necessarily.
Nope.
You know, we had to go to his Twitter, and then I had to like copy and paste the link that he had posted. I mean, not that that's really complicated, but you know, we had to do a little bit of digging, but not a lot, really, when you get down to it. But yeah, I mean, it seems like this guy's a generally good guy who has the money, wants to be generous, and he's putting money in the hands of people that he enjoys watching their streams.
Yep.
And, you know, if he's getting villainized, that's a crime, you know? Like, if he's just a good kid who's got more money, people might just be jealous because he can do that.
Yep.
Because he can spend $50,000 donating to streamers, you know? Which, who knows if they deserve it any more or less than anybody else. You know what I mean? But he's able to do that, and it's got to feel good to be able to, like, pass off, you know, here's $4,000. I really enjoyed your stream today. Mm-hmm. You know, like it changes someone's life.
And from some of the videos we were watching from the YouTube that was linked through that website that you had started with, somebody had done a YouTube video where they basically said the same thing and then gave, all they actually had was the video footage of when he was doing the stream.
Right,
when
so
he
the
was
live
doing
stream and then like their reactions as it's happening.
And what it seemed like, because we didn't watch the whole thing, we skipped through a lot of it. But there seemed to be moments where people were talking about they had needs. They had something that they needed. A guy needed a couch or something like that. And there were some other things going on in their lives. So it looked like even more so that he was trying to help out.
Right.
Again, we're kind of leaning more towards maybe, obviously this isn't all there, and maybe this guy's actually a nicer guy, and but it seems like that's the case. We don't know specifically.
And I think at this stage it's impossible to know, but that's the story I would rather be.
100%.
I mean? Like,
I'd rather
he's just a good kid.
Yeah.
You know, who has the ability and he's doing it. And, you know, more power to you, man. I hope they back off. I hope people know the truth. And I hope you get to go back into anonymously watching these stream videos and doing nice things.
100%. 100%. So I've got this article on here, but I don't really care about the article per se, so we're not even going to mention it. But it's more just to kind of open up the conversation for kind of talk about what our E3 predictions are. E3 is coming up. Do we know the specific dates? I meant to look those up.
I think it's the 14th through the 18th or 17th or whatever.
Maybe maybe 14th through the 16th. Very good. Thank you.
We're out. That's it, man. We peaked right there.
We're done.
So it's coming up quick. What's tomorrow? Saturday, the 11th. 12th. So that starts on Tuesday?
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, it's such a weird time.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it's just weird. You expect it to be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
The people who go to that want to play video games on the weekends, so
yeah,
Plus, E3 is a developers and people who report on things. What are they called? Reporters. But it's not just media. Yes, it's more of a media and developers conference.
Right.
It's
not
become
Comic-Con.
more than that, but
right. Well, it's because people want to be there to see it. So the fans that are really, you're going to draw those fans in because they're going to want to find a way in.
But it's supposed to be a media conference, so it would be better for it to be during business times.
It makes sense.
Right. So anyway, it's coming up. It's this Tuesday. Very excited about it. Lots of good things. So what are some of your predictions?
I mean, we all know I'm waiting on Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd like to hear more about the next Elder Scrolls. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if we will. I mean, a lot of I guess it's because I'm playing Diablo 3 so much, but not necessarily Diablo 4, but another game along those lines. I love the Borderland games. They're similar. I mean, a lot of it, conferences like this are an opportunity to find that new IP that's never been out before, that maybe we don't know much about, or maybe we've heard a little bit about, but we don't really know a lot, So, I mean, I would really, really like to hear more about a possible Red Dead Redemption 2. Anyone who listens to this podcast knows that that's what I'm waiting on. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to see No Man's Sky. No,
what?
It's not going to be there. I mean, if it is there, it's not going to be like a main thing because it's coming out very soon.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd like them to sort of go. I'd like to see them go a route similar to GTA Online 2 as an online component to Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd like to see something like that. I'm looking forward to what VR is going to be. Like, what kind of a space is VR going to be holding?
And there should be some. I'm guessing there'll be a lot from garbage to great.
Yes.
In VR.
So the thing right now is VR is still very new, and there's a lot of gimmicky games. And I want to see...
That's what they'll be.
What?
That's what they'll be. It's like when Kinect first came out.
Right, and what I want to see is what are they doing to like really push it? So what's going to be the thing that goes... Because there's the gimmicks where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I could drop $600 on it so that I can make, computer sandwiches in a shop type thing. Or there's going to be like, oh my God, that game has to be experienced on VR, and I need it.
Yeah, give it like 5 years.
I don't even think it'll be that long.
Like, for that to be the lion's share, yes.
Well, you can have a game that's maybe not on VR and has VR, but is meant to be experienced with VR. I just don't know if that'll be at E3. I'd like to see it. I'd like to see that game show up, but...
We'll see. I mean, VR, we've talked about it before, is going to change the dynamics of gaming in a way that we can't really predict. We don't know we know what great games are when you're using a controller. We know what great games can be when you're using a keyboard and mouse. We don't know yet what great games can be in a VR situation. So, I mean, everything's going to be an experiment. Maybe the making the sandwich game leads to that great game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where the other one where you're like, oh, that's going to be awesome, is great for 3 days. And then you're like, yeah, all right. That was, damn it. You don't know. And maybe you're making sandwiches for 6 months because you're like, this is awesome. Dude, I got the peanut butter and jelly DLC, man. I won't be seeing you this weekend.
So they're also talking about Destiny 2. We don't play that game at all.
Right, you've played it. I've never played it.
Yeah, I own it, but I don't play it. Last of Us 2, which I played all the way through. I played all through the way through Last of Us. But I don't own a PlayStation, or I would play through that game again. So I am excited about the possibility for Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And if it did come out, if there was a game that would get me to finally take a plunge and get a PlayStation, it would be that.
All right.
But yeah, no, Elder Scrolls. I like that idea. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a remaster of Oblivion.
Of Oblivion.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'd go that far back.
Really? You think they'd
Yeah.
do Skyrim?
I mean, if they're going to remaster.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, you got to do that in conjunction with the next one's coming out.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a hype tool.
That was the other thing I was thinking of. So what if Red Dead Redemption 2 is not there? And it wouldn't be Red Dead Redemption 2. It would be Red Dead whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say that's not there. Would you still be excited if they did a remaster of Red Dead Redemption for the PC?
I mean, if it got released for PC and there was some significant changes, yes. But I just played through it again, and it's a great game, and I played through it 2.5 times, I guess. And I really enjoy the game. But without some significant chunk of content, or a complete rework of like online multiplayer to make that like a viable, like, because if we could just go and play like the normal game co-op,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
100%.
Let's go up north. Let's go hunt, man.
Yeah, exactly.
80
let's
bear,
find a nice cabin. Let's cuddle up at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cold.
Like maybe they'll allow it so our characters can marry.
Yeah.
And then
what's wrong
our
with
horses
that?
can be best friends.
Oh my God, that's amazing. We support LGBT.
We do.
Rights here.
Yeah. But not Operation Douchebag or whatever.
Whatever the hell it
It
was.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter what the name was.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it has to be more than just we made the game prettier. You know what I mean? Because there's not much wrong with the game. It's not like they have to fix much, except for online, because online didn't live up to the actual game. You
No,
know,
it was weird.
It was I mean, maybe it was the best that they could do at the time.
Yeah.
But it was like a weak substitute. You
Yeah.
know, like I think, and I know it's hard to do balance. I mean, maybe a bear coming at you and there's two of you is nothing. Like
Yeah.
maybe there's no challenge there. You know what I mean? Because a bear is scary when you're alone.
Speaking
if your
of-
horse is dead,
Speaking of a bear, when I was playing Long Dark back on Wednesday, I was playing in a new map, so I wasn't familiar with it, and I was like, okay,
Right.
well, I'm just going to keep heading down the road. And there had been a storm that I just weathered out, and I was running out of food, and I'm like, I'm just going to have to push on. So I start down the road, come around a bend, freaking bear, and I'm like, okay, I'm not pushing down the road. I guess I'm going to go walk across the frozen lake instead because
Yeah.
there's a bear.
yeah, like unless bears are like the first boss, like in a lot of like RPGs, then it's probably the scariest thing in the game.
I'm not scared of bears in Witcher.
You see, but it was probably like a first. That's a game where it'd be like a first boss.
The first bear that I fought actually did beat the crap out of me a little
yeah.
bit, but they're not that tough anymore.
Yeah, but when you can fight, I mean, I don't know if they're dragons in Witcher, but when you can fight dragons and the big bad monsters, bears are nothing.
Yeah,
Bears are like, oh shit. Bears are rabbits then.
pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the humble bundle.
All right. You want to tweet out that we're looking for our 400th like on Facebook?
Do I want to? I can.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to, we don't have to.
I mean, sure.
Like,
Why
it-
you really, really, really want it to happen? Like,
I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be fun for it to happen while we're recording.
yeah.
You
All right.
know?
Well, why don't we get started on the humble bundle? You can do the first tier here. This is called the
I got it. It's the staff pick.
Yep. And there's also the narrative bundle that came out last week, but it's only
Yeah.
got 3 days left, so it will be pretty much over with
Yeah.
the moment the podcast comes out. I haven't bought it yet, but I will be buying the narrative bundle.
All right. Well, you better jump on it. You only got 3 days.
I only got 3 days left.
If you've launched the podcast, you've waited too long.
Yep.
All right. So the first tier, the dollar or more tier, is 1001 Spikes action game, meta 80 and 6.7, 15 wherever we can find it. Actually, all these same price, no matter where I could find it. Like Steam and the cheapest price were the same for everything. But that one came out in early 2014. And then there's Absolute Drift, which is a racing game, meta of 66, but a user of 8.0. I always find that to be a better sign than the reverse. If the reviews are good and the user is low, I find that less compelling than the reverse. You know, if
I'm listening to you. I'm just typing.
I know. So anyways, the meta was 66, user 8.0, $12, and came out late 2015. And then finally, the last game in that tier is Snakebird. Action game. Only had one critic review, but they gave it an 85. User average was 8.3. $7 game, came out early 2015.
All right, next tier. Is it Hands of Fate or Hand of Fate?
Hand of Fate.
Hand of Fate. I got to go to this because James...
And that is 628 is what the middle tier is going to.
Thank you. Right. Yeah, 628. Hand of Fate is an RPG. It's got a meta of 78 and a user of 8.1. $25 on Steam, which is the best price we could find. It came out early 2015. Next one is Death Trap. Death Trap is a strategy game, 77 meta, 7.9 for the user. Could not find it on Steam, but we did find it for $7. Really? It's not available on Steam? It shows.
No, only Steam.
Oh, it's only available on Steam.
Yeah, sorry, I did that backwards.
You did? Oh, okay. All right. I was like, did I read it wrong? No, I didn't read it wrong.
My mistake, and now it's recorded. Thanks.
Yep, not a problem. Early 2015 is when it came out. I'll just do the last two. Viscera Cleanup Detail. Viscera Cleanup Detail and the House of Horror downloadable content is an action game. It's a first-person action game. It's got a 60 meta, ouch, and a 7.8 user. $13 on Steam. $13 was the best price for the game. $3 for the downloadable content, both on Steam and the best price. Late 2015.
I wrote that right.
Huh?
I wrote that right.
Well, yeah. 100%.
Thank you. And that's circled because there's only like one or two reviews, the 60 for
okay. That's
the critic review on that one.
So there's not a whole lot, which is fine because it's actually kind of a smaller game. It was like an offshoot of... not Shadowrun. There's another kind of first-person shooter game where you're fighting people and like monsters, and you had a sword and you would like slice people up too. So you could shoot them, but you also had a sword, so you could make sword attacks.
Yeah. And it was a spin-off from that.
And yeah, basically the viscera cleanup is like you're going around and cleaning up all the viscera that this person left behind.
Weird sequel game.
Metagaming. Anyway, last one we've got is Craft the World. It's a strategy game. Really? Is it a strategy game?
That's what it was listed as.
Okay. All right. See, I thought it was more like Minecraftian. But anyway, Craft the World, strategy game, 66 is the meta. It's got a circle around it, so that means there wasn't very many.
There were two reviews.
Okay. 8.1 for the user, though, so that bodes pretty well.
It does.
$5 is the price on Steam and the best price we could find, late 2014. And then the middle tier, the one that's currently $6.28, that's the one where you're going to get more games. You getting this bundle, James?
No.
I didn't think you were going to get this bundle.
But also, if you scroll down, if you spend $40, you can get a plush Hamble.
Yeah.
It's a pig.
It's a pig. It's whatever Hamble is.
The Humble Bundle pig.
Yeah, they're staff picks. It's probably, like PC Gamer has the Coconut Monkey. That's their, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Hamble is probably the Humble Bundle's
version of that.
Yeah.
Their mascot.
Mascot is the word that I was looking for.
Their office Bindle Pig. What are Bindle pigs? They're pigs that conveniently look like our logo.
That's funny. Okay, so that's it for that Humble Bundle. The other one that, like we said, is probably just about over with is the Narrative Bundle. This one has some good games on it, actually. I'm very excited about this. I need to buy it and get it over with. I may have already bought it. I can't remember. I'll have to look to see what I haven't unlocked. Her Story... Read Only Memories, and Sybil. Her Story is actually a game that's... it's one of those crossovers between what is a game and what is like just a story narrative that you just kind of choose your own adventure, but not as much.
Right.
It's more of a narrative game. I'm looking forward to it, because it's kind of in my wheelhouse. Broken Age, which I actually already own, so I probably have an extra copy, which I have millions of extra copies. I just need to start, tweet this out and we'll give you a game, not for everybody, but the first person who does it.
Right.
Yeah. I might have to start doing that because I literally have about 6 pages on Humble Bundle of games that have never been activated.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's a real thing here, people. 80 Days, which I've heard lots of things about. Very excited about that. It's a choose your own adventure sort of game for traveling around the world in 80 days. Sorcery Parts 1 and 2, also a sort of choose your own adventure sort of game. And finally, the Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition is a turn-based strategy game.
All right.
So, but it's more like XCOM in that kind of movement. So, I'm excited about that. But we also had the Humble Monthly drop.
Yeah, let's rock through these really quick. I think you've played you've definitely played more of these games than I have. I think you've played the majority of these games. The Forest,
I have played that, yes.
survival game, open world, more like real world, right?
Sort of. There are some aspects of like sort of fantasy. There's like these cannibals on the island, and it's kind
horror.
of like it's more like if you took a survival horror-esque game that was set in the same sort of world as Lost, but without all of the like stupid underlying craziness that Lost had.
All right. It's very positive on Steam. It's an early access game.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one was Planetary Annihilation Titans. It's a standalone expansion to the already massive scaled real-time strategy Planetary Annihilation.
I am nearly 100% sure that the very first Humble Monthly bundle had this in it.
Really?
I'm almost positive.
Interesting.
I will have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that this was the unlock. The second one, because the first one was the Legend of Grimoire or Legend of
Grimrock 2.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure that the second one had the Planetary Annihilation Titans.
Well, it's mostly positive on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And then Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Have you heard anything about this game?
No.
This game is kind of fun. This is a good like VR style game where you can have somebody in a VR. Because basically, the best way to play this game is with two people.
Okay.
One person can see the game and the bomb. And
Okay.
there are lots of different bombs, hundreds of different setups for the bombs. The other person has the instruction manual for all the bombs.
All right.
So if you play it in VR, you have the one person who can see the bomb who's wearing the headset and the other person who's got the instruction manual. So I'm trying to describe to you what this bomb looks like. You're trying to find it in the instruction manual so you can tell me how to disarm it. How fun, right?
Could be interesting. Well,
Yeah.
now we both own it, so maybe this is something we can give a shot to.
Yep.
Destructoid gave it 9 out of 10 and overwhelmingly positive on Steam. People
Yes.
probably got blown up. People find that exciting. Next one, Dungeon of the Endless, the Crystal Edition. Roguelike dungeon defense game in which the player and the team of heroes must protect the generator of their crash ship.
Yes.
8.1 on IGN, 79 Metacritic, positive on Steam.
I'm looking forward to trying that one.
Steridin,
Never heard of it.
chaotic space shooter carved in beautiful pixels with insane boss battles.
100% I will not like that game. I
Very
will try
positive on Steam, not very positive on Justin.
it. Yeah, I will try it, but I won't like it. I don't
And
like
then
those kind of games.
Rocket League, we've talked about it a lot. Justin's played it. It's pretty popular. Most people are going to know what this game is. So we'll just keep moving
Speaking
on.
of which, I did a Rocket League highlights video.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
It's 12 seconds long.
No, it's 2 minutes. It's something long. Jeez. It was only a couple of different games. It's not like every single time I played it. But I was messing around with highlights videos. It's on our YouTube page. Please check it out. It's one of the most recent videos from this video prior to this one. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Do you like the highlights videos? Would you like to see more of those? Because I can do those. I'm trying to set up some stuff in the background, some of my workflow, so that I can do highlights videos relatively easy.
Nice.
And if you like them, please let me know. So, yeah, there you go.
All right. So we also had Wasted, a post-apocalyptic pub crawler. Kill, drink, and kill some more in Wasted, a roguelike post-apocalyptic pub crawler.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
And then Cat Girl Without Salad. Cat Girl Without Salad is the
dense
first
one, it
taste
looks
in an exciting new game franchise by acclaimed developer Way Forward. A cat-eared intergalactic bounty hunter. She patrols the galaxy with her faithful companion in search of ridiculous space criminals.
It sounded like you said her Facebook companion.
That too. So, yeah, I mean, again, like those last two games, I'm not sure they look like they might be fun, just kind of short-term games. But there's a lot of games in here that, I mean, again, I feel like there's not a lot of games in here that at this stage, the things I like to play that I would play, which I'm really not playing anything on my PC right now.
I don't think that that's the Humble Monthly's fault.
No, it's not. It's not.
I think that's
I
your
wasn't
fault,
accusing you, Humble Monthly. But I feel like getting these games again improve my collection, and these might all be games that sometime in the future might be in what I want to be playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that they're all good games. Definitely Rocket League, Forest, Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes, and Planetary Annihilation Titans are definitely good games. And if you pick those up, if you got that Humble Monthly, if you were in there for that $12, Rocket League for $12 on its own, 100%. Dollarwise deal. No doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. And we let people know ahead of time.
Yes, yeah, actually we did. I was talking to Ross, mutual friend of ours, And I was telling him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I've been thinking about it." I was like, "Dude." It's like, you just missed it. You literally just missed it. $12.
Yeah.
That's what you should have done. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see if we've gotten our 400th yet while we've been while we've been chatting. Nope, still $3.99.
It's true.
$3.99.
Well, what else do we have? Do we have anything else?
We do. We have No Man's Sky news. No Man's Sky news. All right, actually, this is kind of playing off more of the internet is full of hatred anymore.
Oh yeah. Okay,
So No Man's Sky got delayed. We talked about it on the last podcast, and Kotaku was the first website to put an article out that said that it was getting delayed, and it was based on the fact that they had a source that worked at GameStop. From what it sounds like, a manager or store manager who was aware of things that were going on, and that they had been told that they had to pull off certain signage and cover certain signage. And we both work in retail.
Yeah.
And we know those types of things happen. We get these notes, we find out about it. And then there's articles on the news that night about stuff that we knew about yesterday, maybe.
Right.
So it's a real thing. Anyway, they put out this article, and the internet hated them for it. Like, they were
Was
like,
it
no.
a lot of people?
It was a lot. It was a large portion of the community got very angry at them, saying, "No, you're lying. Go kill it. We're going to kill you." There were death threats that were given, which
But that's got to be a small portion of the angry people.
yes. And later on, once the official word came out that yes, it was being delayed, a majority of the portion of the community went back and said, "Hey, we're sorry. We overreacted, blah, blah, blah." However, there's still a minority in that community that is saying, well, I think that No Man's Sky got delayed because Kotaku put this article out. So Kotaku put this article out, and No Man's...
My God, I got a cut because I could have put a Band-Aid on my finger.
And Hello Games decided, oh, well, obviously because of this backlash, we need to go ahead and delay it.
Right.
Because that makes sense. But, okay, so here's the thing. I'm very excited about No Man's Sky. Everybody knows it.
It's uncomfortable sometimes.
Everybody, literally everybody on the planet knows.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Janet assured me that was the truth.
And she never says things that aren't true.
Right. She gives us all the news that we are supposed to have.
Right.
Did
she give you the list of people to vote for?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even read it. I'm like, it's right.
It's
whatever
right.
it is.
All I got to do is just fill it out. But anyway, her name was on there a bunch of times.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know how she's going to hold all those positions, but she's Janet. So
did she have you sign the last page of that really thick?
No,
I didn't read it.
How come you got to sign something again and I didn't?
I don't know.
How many times
she
is
was
that?
Really happy that I did, though.
Okay, well, anyway, back to No Man's Sky. It has been delayed to August.
Yeah.
And I am very excited about this game, and I have no problem with it having gotten delayed. Like, I was super excited that it was coming out in June, but I'm okay with it being August.
And we've talked about it before. Release the game right. Don't release it on time.
100%.
Like, if both happen, awesome. That's great. But, yeah, I mean, it's more important that the game comes out right. And who is that invested in the next game that's the kind of anger they need to go to? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me in my brain. If a game never comes out, I might be, disappointed, but to reach that level of anger, it makes no sense to me. I have no connection with that disturbing, twisted reality.
So there's a quote I actually heard on PC Gamer today as I was driving out here. And they were talking about this delay. They were talking about delays in general, and a lot of good games have been delayed. We talked about it before. Witcher 3 was delayed several times. GTA 5 was delayed. This game is being delayed. I don't know if it'll be a great game, but it was delayed. And Shigeru Miyamoto has a quote where he said, "A delayed game is eventually good. A bad game is bad forever."
True story.
So you can never go back to a release. You can never roll back a release. Once the game is released, if it releases badly, because you're going to get the most amount of players most likely in that first moment, after a game releases.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's bad and they have a bad experience, they may never come back to your game. And that art is gone. All that work is gone. delay the game. Take the time. Make sure you get behind it. Don't let the marketing teams tell you what's going to happen. Don't let the production companies make it happen. The developer needs to decide what's best.
A good game sells itself.
100%. So, we do have an email.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And we had a comment on our YouTube that we ought to bring up. And then somebody from Casual Shenanigans wanted us to talk about something, so we'll throw that on there real quick.
All right.
Too.
Well, we're running high on time, so let's rock it out.
All right, so here we go. First of all, our email. Where is it? Here we go. Mr. Harold Diamond. He's
a mega winner.
A mega winner. A Mega Millions jackpot winner. $326 million. He said we were one of 5 random emails chosen by a spinning wheel or something.
Right.
And all we have to do is give him the donation code 2312011. You guys don't use that, okay? Because that's ours.
Yeah.
And then just let him know. And there's a YouTube where obviously we can go to watch him, and we get money. So that's cool. Maybe we can help that Prince out. No?
Ooh.
You know?
This could all work out.
This could work out. We could get the $10,000 to him.
And that email just looks totally legit.
Just 100%. We're breaking this, man. We gotta keep it on the level.
I just read it. I'm like, what the hell is that?
We gotta keep it on the level, man.
All right. Yeah. So once we get the money from Harold, hopefully we win, since we were selected. Then we can help the Nigerian prince get his fortune and get our cut of that too.
All right, moving on to something real. Wolfio Guns on
Wolfo? Is it Wolfio?
I think it's Wolfio. There's
you're right. I couldn't see the eye at my angle.
Yeah, Wolfio Guns on YouTube was concerned about some of the sick, twisted stuff we've had to sign with Janet. So I understand, but it's not sick or twisted.
Dude, I signed another thing.
Wolfio, James, it's not sick or twisted. It is 100% legitimate.
I got to sign another thing.
Yay! I'm disappointed that I didn't. But anyway, he was mentioning the stuff about the developers and whether or not they have kind of control over their mods and things like that. And it did get me thinking to a little bit. You can go read his comments on our video. But it did get me thinking to a certain extent about, there are third-party sites that have mods. It's not just Steam.
Right.
And to a certain extent, in some areas, those third-party sites are going to have this final say. I would think they should have more of a final say on what mods. If they're the ones who are actually giving a place for people to download it from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you're the one with the website and you go here, download the mod, here's how you install it and everything.
Yeah.
Does the developer have a right to say anything?
Yeah, and I think we said our piece on that last time. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, the community should police itself, and if there's idiots out there, let them be idiots.
Yep.
Within reason.
100%. 100%. Lastly, Tyler from the Casual Shenanigans wanted us to talk about Pepe's.
What? I don't know.
I don't know what Pepe's are. I think they have something to do with memes.
All right.
But I don't know what that is.
You're going to have to seek out more information on this.
I will ask him.
All right.
Tyler, what are Pepe's?
We're talking about them, though. We are talking about them.
We are literally talking about them. We did talk about them.
Yeah.
We just don't know what they are.
Nailed it.
100%. Well, we did not hit our 400 likes.
We didn't.
In the time that we had. But you can be the 400th like.
You could.
And if you are the 400th like and you are the 400th like because of this, send us a message. You can do it through Facebook, and you can email us. And we'll send you a game.
Now, how are we going to prove it?
That they're the 400th?
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see.
I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
I have a bunch of games. Just
true.
Email me. Honestly, you know what? You made it to the end of the video. You made it to the end of the podcast. Email me and tell me what your favorite number is. Your favorite number. And I will choose one person from the amount of emails we get over the next week, and that person will get a game.
And the Nigerian prince is eligible, but Harold's not because he won like over $300 million.
Yeah, he doesn't
buy his own
need
games.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. And thank you to all of the people. Thank you to Janet.
Always.
Thanks to Janet.
Thank you, Janet.
Thank you to my son for our wolf packs. Thank you to everybody out there. We really appreciate it. You make this super fun and awesome. And as always,
Enjoy your existence.